left my W-2 in 2023. Always been involved in investing, real estate, syndications. I do hard money lending. And I guess what I'm trying to figure out is what I should focus on and how do I really get myself to the next step to really get myself out there.
The number one thing we can do to start getting you into alignment is intentionally create certainty at the macro level with a decision. When you were in the W-2 world, when you were a business leader there, you did not delay on decisions. Nope, you'd make them. Because if you had delayed on decisions, you wouldn't be the type of leader that people would want to follow. So maybe you should think about this as your W-2, but it's my empire. Anthony Vigilante, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Jason. Really appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Now, we've met a few times before, and my audience hasn't met you. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, where do you live? How are you old? What do you do?
So my name is Anthony Vigilante. I live in New Jersey, approximately 20-ish miles outside of Midtown Manhattan. Worked in the financial industry in Manhattan for the last 24 years as a chief information security officer, chief technology officer, and just left my W-2 in 2023. And I have a family. I'm married, 2 kids, a daughter and a son, 16 and 13. And besides my W-2, I've always been involved in investing, real estate, syndications. I do hard money lending and, many, different types of passive and not so passive type of investing.
Okay, so left the W-2, investor, family man, New Jersey, got it. So how can I help you today? What should we talk about? What do you want coaching on?
Yeah. So thank you. As I mentioned, moving from my W-2, very exciting, very happy, something I wanted to do for many years, and received a lot of great coaching from folks that I've been speaking to in GoAbundance and other aspects of my life. And now that I'm at this place, I've been doing some consulting through my network, through people I've met through the years in the industry. And now I'm at the point, well, I also, since I left my W-2, been there for so long, I needed some downtime. So I did that a little bit first, had a little fun with the family and the kids and did some traveling. And then also sprinkled in, especially in Q4, I started doing some, consulting, helping folks out from a management, leadership, technology perspective. So now here I am in early 2024, and I'm like, okay, well, now's probably the time to kick it into high gear. So, I'm not very good at getting my name out there, mostly working with people I know, and then they're recommending me to other folks. And also, I think I'm learning that I think what I can offer is very wide because I've done so many things in my prior life, in technology, in cybersecurity, in management, that I think that maybe I need to, focus on certain areas. Another area that I like and enjoy helping people with besides management and things like that is just investing. I've been investing I would say for over 25 years, probably 30 years. It's, oh God, sounds ugly, but yeah. And so I can also help and do help people in my life how to passively invest, especially for busy W-2 professionals. So that's another area that I know I can really help people with, and that I really enjoy helping people with. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is what I should focus on and how do I really get myself to the next step to really get myself out there.
So thank you for sharing the situation. What are your options to focus on right now?
So again, I can focus on investing. I think I've been very successful through the years of investing between, real estate, stock market, passive, I've done passive investing, all kinds of, every way possible, storage, multifamily, mobile home pads, the whole gamut, and hard money lending. So I can definitely help there. And when I say management leadership, one of my strengths through the years of being in the financial industry was building teams, managing teams, helping teams be successful, mentoring people. So that has always been a strength of mine, and I can definitely help it seems to be a pain point with a lot of people in their own businesses, be it a small business, medium business, or what have you. And I really think I can add a lot of value on helping people hire talent, maintain talent, and helping their teams be successful. So I think that those are, definitely areas that I can help with. Now, of course, I have a technology background, cybersecurity background. So of course, I've helped people in those areas and would enjoy that too. But I'm, again, trying to find which of these things I need to focus on. And for some reason, I lean more toward the management leadership and even in the investment help, because for me, that's been more fun when I help people doing those things. I enjoy it. It's more of a passion.
Yeah. So as far as, cash flow and paying the bills and things like that, are you currently generating income right now?
Yeah. So I'm generating income from my investments, and I'm doing some consulting. So I'm a little bit and for the time being, I am using some cash that I've saved. But I also, just throwing it out there, have invested in a franchise. So I'm going to be, opening a, personal training franchise, hopefully later this year or mid-year. These things take time. For me, I look at it as another, investment. So it's diversifying my portfolio, but I will be a little busy on that for a bit until it's off the ground, but I plan on hiring managers for that. So that'll bring in more income when that happens. But for now, mostly using some of my investments and savings.
Okay. Now, do you have how are you comfortable right now? Do you have a time frame for cash flow? Are you good for a while, or how would you describe the need for the new investments to generate income?
I think that over the next few months, it would be good for me to start generating some income, because I'd rather not tap into my funds. I am comfortable, but I think if I can really get things going in the next 3 to 6 months, I think that would be a great goal for me.
Okay. All right. So we've got some investments. We've got mentoring other business owners. We've got a personal training franchise. So the question you're asking me is what to focus on. What have you been focusing on prior to this call?
I've been doing a little of all of those things. And when it comes to me, so as far as the personal training, franchise is concerned, there was a little work finding a spot, and I think I found a spot. So it's a lot of waiting, right? So hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. So I'm in the wait stage right now, which is fine. And I've been focusing on building my presence on LinkedIn, getting, my name out there. I've been, going on some podcasts, doing some research, doing some learning. I listen to a lot of podcasts, read books. So I've been spending a lot of time doing that and really research, and also spending time on calls, speaking to people or going to their offices, helping them with their particular, situation. Some of that free, and some of that, being paid for.
And how are things going? Are you enjoying yourself? Having a great time? Stressed like crazy? Where are you in that spectrum?
I'm definitely enjoying myself. I'm happy I did what I did in 2023. I think it was a good move for me and a great timing of it. Of course, there's always a little stress. That's life. I'm not the type of person who gets too stressed, but I do have a sense of urgency of getting things done, because I just like to get things done and I like to move forward. And I also enjoy diving in and being busy. I'm so used to, for 24 years plus, because I had other jobs before that, being busy, and being productive and getting shit done. So I'd love to get back to that, maybe because it's a knee-jerk reaction. What I don't want to do is go back to another W-2, because I have received some offers when people know that I'm out there, and I don't want to do that, but I do want to, be productive, help people, and dive into something.
So of all the things you can focus on, what do you want to do?
I definitely want to do the gym thing. So that I will do, but I could definitely do that part time, because I'm going to be hiring people to do the heavy lifting. I'll be the manager of the managers, I guess, so to speak, or GM or whatever you want to call it. So I'm comfortable with that and I'm happy about that. So besides that, I want to be, and I think I can help people. I thought about this a lot, right? What are my skills? What is my passion? Where I can add most value to people's lives and businesses. And I think when I think about that, I think about management, leadership, and I think about helping people with investing, especially busy W-2 professionals, because I hear it in my everyday life over and over and over again that people, oh, I would love to do what you do. I would love to invest. I just can't. I don't have the time. I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start. And I hear that so much in my life that I know I can help people, and I do help people. I help friends in the neighborhood, parents of my kids' parents, just friends I've made through the years. I do help those people, but I see that there's an opportunity there of really helping people in that space, and I would enjoy it. So really what I would enjoy is helping those people and also helping businesses from a management leadership perspective.
Like, is that helping people like for payment to make money as like a job, as like a business, or just as mentoring? Or
I'm fine with both. I'm very happy at this stage of my life being a mentor and helping people. I enjoy that. And I'm happy doing that at some point, at some level for free. But I also think that I can monetize that. And I think it's important that I probably do, because I think I can add so much value to that because I have such an expertise of those things for doing both of those things for my entire life. I was investing in my early 20s and no one taught me how to do it. I just read books and made mistakes and did it. And I know I can help people, and I've always been a busy W-2 professional and figured out a way of doing both. So I definitely can help that. Always, thank goodness, somehow I found a way to successfully manage teams, and build teams of people who were willing to run through walls for me. And somehow that worked for me through the years. So those things, I know I can help people do better in those things. And yes, I think I would have to figure out how to monetize that. And I think it would be a win-win for myself and whoever I'm helping.
It sounds like you're at a position where you've got what I'm hearing you say is I've got multiple things going on. I'm having a good time. It's time to start generating revenue from this. I don't want to go back to a W-2. And it sounds like you don't mind having multiple things on the fire. Like, it sounds like you like that. So it's like, we've got some investing. You're doing investing yourself, possibly mentoring investing, maybe coaching or something like that. There's personal training, pops some consulting there as well. So do you really need help on what to focus on?
Maybe not. I think that as I speak out loud to you and other people that I've been speaking to, I think it's obvious to me what I want to focus on. And I think I got it. I don't think I need to take any of those things out of the picture. I think I could do all of those things. I think what I probably need most help with is, how do I get myself out there? I am the expert, I feel. Of course, I can learn, and I always do better. And that's what I do. I'm always learning and doing better. But I am an expert in those areas. And I need to figure out how to, some people know that in my inner circle. How does the world, how do I get the world to know that?
Now, do you want to get yourself out there, or are you saying I need to get myself out there because I'm supposed to put myself out there, or because someone else told you that?
You're right. That's right. I don't really want to. People keep telling me I need to do that. I need to do social media and I need to get myself out there. But really all I want is people that I can help.
Okay.
Clients.
So let's notice that there's a slight conflict between what you want and what your conditioning is telling you to do. Right? Your conditioning is your corporate 2 or 3 decades of business experience. Put yourself out there. That's the next logical step. Blah, 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 blah. Right. And because if you follow your conditioning or what everyone else says you should do, you'll be average. Right. Now, average is in GoBundance or average in GoBundance champions is not a bad thing, right? But really, your path at this point is clearly personal fulfillment, impact that's going to come from your own intuitive direction, right? Because usually when I hear people say, I need to get myself out there, 90% of the time, it's because they think they're supposed to, right? So my guess is you already are helping people. You already are making that impact. Now, you could always do like an investor meetup or a mentor group or something like that. You could even, in GoBundance, you could start a micro tribe and mentoring group. So there's lots of ways to get out there. So it sounds to me like you're doing what you want to be doing, but I think it sounds like there's a more of an opportunity to dive into your way, what your way really is. So if you were going to do it your way, regardless of what your conditioning says, regardless of what your pod and mentors say, like, what would you love to do this year?
I am really enjoying what I'm doing. I would just like to keep doing what I'm doing right now. I've been keeping myself busy. I can't believe how busy I am. I think I'm busier now than I was before, and I enjoy being busy. Not the type of person who just wants to put my feet up, watch TV, or go fishing all day long. I like to go fishing, but I'm not going to do that regularly. So yeah, continue doing what I'm doing, continue helping people. I really, maybe it sounds corny or whatever. I love helping people. I always have, even when I was younger. And as a matter of fact, the last probably 10 years of my career in the financial industry, really all I really cared about doing was mentoring my team, helping them with their careers and their lives and talking to them. That was my highlight of my day. Talking about technology and cybersecurity, sure, it was great and whatever. And I did it because I knew what I was doing. But really what I enjoyed was helping my team. So that is what I enjoy. I enjoy just helping people learn what I know, and learning from them too, right? As I speak to people, I'm learning from them. Like, wow, that was great. I had a conversation. I just learned something. So yeah, that's what I really like. But I do realize that I'm getting cash flow from my investments, but I do need some more cash flow. Do I need it? I mean, I want it. I want to increase my cash flow. Now my cash flow will increase when my gyms are up and running, and maybe in 2025 when I'm going to open 3 gyms for now. And when they're all up and running in the next couple of years, cash flow is going to be higher, and maybe I care less or maybe not. I don't know. But for now, cash flow is something I want to increase. But you're right. What I enjoy, I am doing it. That was the whole reason I left my W-2. I'm at the point in my life where I do want to start giving back and helping and doing things I want to do. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But I think the balance between free and paid needs to maybe be more in check, because it's more higher free and little pay. And, maybe I need to adjust that a little bit somehow.
So let me ask you I'm going to ask you 3 goal setting questions. So let's review what's more exciting to focus on in this goal setting question, 90 days or this year?
I like 90 days. Yeah.
Okay.
I think 90 days is a good one. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you 3 goal setting questions. The first goal setting question is, what do you want to accomplish in the next 90 days? And if it's more than one, like in each of these areas, like give me that if you could.
I want to work with more people. That's definitely a goal.
Okay. What else?
I want to be clear on how I can help people. And I think I can help people in many, 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 many ways. And I think I'm already starting to do that especially over the last month, but I maybe need to fine tune a little bit more. And number 3 is, how do I charge for helping people, right? Like, for instance, on an investment, do I say, I'll help you, I'll handhold you during the whole process, and I'll take, a percentage of your investment? That's an idea. Do I charge someone hourly for speaking to them? Do I charge a subscription, right? There's many different ways of charging someone. And of course, that conversation is not an easy one, especially if it's people I know. There's a lot of people I know either through GoBundance or people in my neighborhood or friends or whatever. Maybe friends, I, would have a family friend discount, but like most people do right now. So those are probably the three things that is on my mind.
Okay. So those goals are too low.
Mm-hmm.
Too low.
Yep.
Because work with more people is a decision to do, is to start. To be clear on how to help people, that's a decision. And the third one is, how do I charge for helping? That's a decision as well.
Right.
You don't
Not
need 90
goal.
days.
Those are like
you don't need 90 days to,
right?
You don't need 90 days to make three decisions. And
right.
that's one of the reasons why you are feeling like you're lacking focus. Because you're a technology guy. I can tell you're analytical. You're a process oriented mind. You're a systems guy. So you love systems and details. And prior to leaving your W-2, you were operating in the known. You were operating towards known goals. You knew how to do the CIS cybersecurity. You knew how to do the IT stuff. Oh, voice over IP. Got it. You got, we need investing. Known. Easy. Now you're in the unknown, right? Now investing is still known, but overall, the majority of your time is unknown because you're going in a direction that's blank, right? You've got ideas, but you have a pattern on the past, which is one of your strengths, is like detailed, analytical, methodical, plan, execute. That's my guess on how you've been operating in the past. And that works well. And right now that methodology doesn't work because you're in a blank slate. It's pure creation. So what often happens when we make a transition like this is that if we think known goals, when you're operating towards known goals, your expertise is a strength. Like your experience is a strength when you're doing known goals. But when you're doing unknown goals, your experience is a handicap because it's a limited way of thinking. And what often happens is you're looking at, say, right now, you're looking towards the next 90 days, next 12 months, 6 months. At the micro level, you have uncertainty. Well, I got the gym, I got investing, I could do mentoring. So there's uncertainty there. Now, you may be 80% certain, but you got 20% doubt on which direction because you're trying to get the official answer from the equation, but there's no formula for this because you're creating it. So what's happening is that at the micro level, you're creating uncertainty. And what's unintentionally happening is the micro level uncertainty is creeping into the macro level. So the overall frame or frequency of you, vibration, whatever you want to call it, that responds to the world is unknown. And that's why you're getting mixed signals. So the number one thing we can do to start getting you into alignment, if you haven't read my book, that will also teach you the foundations of alignment. You can also check out my the earlier episodes in the podcast. But one thing we can do is intentionally create certainty at the macro level with a decision. So, for example, you could say, I love what I do. I'm going to figure out how to help people, get paid for it, make an impact, and have a lot of fun. It is absolutely 100% going to happen, even though I don't know how.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So let's try that out loud. So repeat after me. I am going to be successful.
I am going to be successful.
Without a W-2.
Without a W-2.
And I'm going to figure out how to help people.
I'm going to figure out how to help people.
Get rewarded for it.
Get rewarded for it.
Leverage my experience and skills.
Leverage my experience and skills.
To make a big impact.
To make a big impact.
And have a lot of fun.
And have a lot of fun.
Because I'm not going to stop until I do.
Because I'm not going to stop until I do. That's what I want. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. When I watch this recording, I'm gonna say that a few more times.
So how are you feeling now?
Yeah, that is, that is, that is clear as day. That is what's in my head. I mean, that's 100% what I'm thinking and what I want.
Fantastic. Because one of the easiest ways to create alignment and with the target, and what I mean by alignment with the target is 100% certainty. Because if you're 80% certain and 20% doubt, that's misaligned, right? Just like if your address in your car and your GPS is 80% right, you'll never get there, right? So instead of you moving along anywhere from 70 to 95% certain back and forth, let's get you started. So what I would suggest to reinforce this is every day, say, I'm going to hit this, 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 and this, even though I don't know how, because I'm not going to stop until I do. And we know that we can control when we stop. And you know that you can keep going to hit the target. And therefore we get certainty. Boom. And there you're getting alignment. So if you literally say that every day, every morning, maybe even write it on the wall. Maybe put a Post-it note on your monitor. Do that every day for 10 days. You're going to start thinking different thoughts, because that's pulling the frequency of you into a different version of alignment. And that's going to generate different thoughts. And you're going to start to see which makes sense and what makes sense. Now, the other advice I give to entrepreneurs who are at a phase where they have multiple paths and they're trying to decide which path, the advice I typically give at that point is, if I ask, usually, and I know the answer you're going to say, so I'm not even going to ask it. I said, if success was guaranteed, which would you do? You're going to say, I do all of them, right? You would. Yeah. So, and that's what every entrepreneur says when I ask that question. If success was guaranteed, what would you do? Well, I would do both of them, right? So right now you're at a fork in the road. So you need to walk down all of those forks at the same time until you get more information.
Yeah.
And this one here, you can walk this one, and oh my God, this trail is looking better. You're walking down path number 2. Oh, it's okay. Now the wrong one. Okay. But we got to keep moving, because when we're stationary, we're not getting any additional feedback.
Right.
So my other advice is walk down all those paths.
Yeah,
And
I like that. And there's no reason why I can't do that. Mm-hmm.
no, there's no reason. And no more delaying decisions. When you were in the W-2 world, when you were a business leader there, you did not delay on decisions. Nope. You'd make them.
Yep.
Because if you had delayed on decisions, you wouldn't be the type of leader that people would want to follow. So maybe you should think about this as your W-2, but it's my empire.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That was always a strength, making decisions and just moving forward. And guess what? Sometimes you pivot and, shift gears, and that was okay, but you made a decision and moved forward.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So you good?
Yeah, I love it. You're opening my mind right now. So my thoughts are flying.
Fantastic. Well, because what just happened right here is I moved you into alignment, because you ever wonder what creates our thoughts, right? What creates the thoughts is like the frequency of you. Like our body's made of atoms, we're pure energy. So a person could be in a sad frequency and have sad thoughts and sad actions, or a person could be in a happy frequency and happy thoughts and happy actions. You were in a undecisive, unclear frequency, and I moved you into decisiveness, believe it or not, non-specific decisiveness, and you're already starting to show. That's what happens. That's why alignment is so powerful.
Yeah.
So what's one of your biggest takeaways from today's session?
I think what was happening was I needed to see the whole picture before I took another step. And I'm not seeing the whole picture. But it's kind of like, the analogy where you're driving in a car in a fog and you see your headlights and, you don't see past them. You have to keep driving and then you'll see more as you drive. Right. So I think that's what you've kind of reminded me about and opened me up to thinking, hey, look, I don't have to have it all figured out, but I need to take steps forward. And guess what? If those steps I take don't, hit a dead end. I am going down multiple paths, and this path is going to take me to where I want to go. But why not try all paths? I mean, it's not, I'm not trying 35 paths. It's, we're really talking about 3 different things. It's not, and they're all doable. It's not complicated for me. So yeah, I think I'm slowing myself down by overanalyzing. So that's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay. Excellent. And that's actually one of the primary benefits of having a coach is that they're on the outside and they can see when you're missing something. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
I can totally see that. And just like I help people in my life sometimes, and it's obvious to them, but I'm looking for that. So yeah, it's the exact same thing where I'm not seeing my own things. It's easy to see someone else's, issues or things. It's obvious to me what other people need to do, but sometimes it's not so obvious what we need to do.
Yeah. It's hard to coach the game while you're playing it.
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent.
Exactly. I like that.
Anthony, it was great to connect with you today.
Yes. Thank you so much. This is great. I really, really appreciate it. I got a lot of thinking to do now, which is great. I'm driving up to Vermont in a couple of days, so I got plenty of thinking to do. It's good.
Excellent. All right. It was great to connect today. I'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thank you.